everybody. Welcome back to the RA facility right here in Marshall, Minnesota, where the SMSU Mustangs are playing host to Concordia St. Paul. The men Golden Bears come into this game with a record of 8-16 overall, with 5-15 here in conference play. The Mustangs come in with a record of 16-10 overall, 13-7 in conference play. Michael Sterling here with Matt Callahan, and Matt, the Mustangs kind of struggled last weekend on the road, losing to a University of Mary team that they should have beat, and then winning a very close game against Minot State, another team that's near the bottom of the standings. How can they do a better job of playing up, even though they're playing not so great competition against United and Concordia St. Paul?
Yeah, definitely. And again, the Mustangs are coming into this 16-10 and 13-7 in conference play. They have a 3 seed now for the NSIC tournament, so they will be playing host on Wednesday, so that is something to look out for. But now we get to the keys to the game. First thing, Coach Bigler was talking to us today and saying there's one guy that they need to keep in check, Therese Van Pelt. Therese Van Pelt is third in the conference in scoring, with scoring at least 18 points per game, and he scores, and he will go to the basket, and he will hope that you foul him because he wants to get to the free throw line and get those easy shots. So a guy to look out for in this game, Therese Van Pelt. And then you got to look at this Concordia team all around though. Last in field goal percentage in the NSIC with about 40%. They're not, you got to make sure they're taking contested jump shots and not getting to the basket. If the Mustangs could do that, they'll be successful. And the Mustangs are going to play a lot of press too. Coach Bigler was talking about that they're going to play a lot of press. And then the Concordia Golden Bears will play 4 guards on this, so they'll be out on the perimeter, and they have struggled from three-point range, so the Mustangs will definitely have to keep that in check as well. And Coach Bigler was talking about watching the turnovers. Like he made a great comparison to football almost. He said interceptions lead to touchdowns, which is meaning when you turn the ball over and you take it down and you score, that's almost technically a touchdown, even though it doesn't result in 7 points, obviously. 6 points, but making them score tough shots, set on defense, and me and you talked about this earlier with Coach Bigler about how, three-point shooting hasn't been the best, but now he's telling us that they're going to shoot with confidence. Then they've been doing that all year, and if they shoot with confidence here tonight from three-point range, they should be in business here on their home floor. They got a tough matchup with Concordia, and then they got a tough matchup with Minnesota State Mankato. So it's going to be an exciting weekend here, Michael.
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit about the Golden Bears. They split a pair of road games last weekend, defeating Minnesota Crookston, but then they lost to Bemidji State. They're 2-7 in road games this year. Their other road victory came against Upper Iowa. Like we said, Therese Van Pelt averaging about 18.5 points per game. Cordell Smith also averaging 12.2 points per game and a team leading nearly 6 rebounds per game. And head coach Kelly Bowe is in his 8th season at Concordia with an overall record of 108 and 109. And now, Matt, let's talk about a little something different. There's a Mustang player that's involved in a special little competition, so why don't you tell our viewers a little bit more about that?
Well, definitely there's one guy that can really dunk on the Mustangs, and a lot of other good dunkers as well, but you look at a guy like Will Giddings who can get to the basket and throw it down. Will Giddings is a finalist for the Dark Horse Dunker, and he is one of 16 candidates for the 2014 State Farm Dark Horse Dunker competition. It was announced on February 10th by the Intersport producers of the State Farm College Slam Dunk and Three-Point Championships. The State Farm Dark Horse Dunker is a bracket-style elimination competition. Round one voting is open in 2 weeks and features 8 head-to-head matchups with Giddings paired with Bryson White from Northwestern State University, and that is in Louisiana. The champion will be announced March 17th and compete in Dallas on April 3rd. Fans can view a video of each dunker and cast their vote. at http://bitly/IRTWBR. So Will Giddings, vote for him, and hopefully he can be the best dunker in Division II here.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Will Giddings on that accomplishment. Taking a look at the series history, these two teams meet for the 31st time in a series dating back to 1980-81. The Mustangs pretty much dominated the series 23-7. They hold a 13-2 advantage in games played in Marshall. The Mustangs have won 6 straight in the series, including 2 weeks ago they defeated Concordia St. Paul 68-52 in St. Paul. Concordia's last victory came on December 12, 2010 in St. Paul. Head coach Brad Bigler is 6-3
Everyone who
versus
pledges
Concordia
will receive
St.
a
Paul.
bracelet commemorating Drake Bigler.
And as the PA announcer is talking about, obviously, like we mentioned before, tonight is pledge night. It's a slam dunk, don't drive drunk, presented by the SMSU
Stop by the booth and pledge.
athletes, helping a lot of people get signed up for that pledge. July 28, 2012. Coach Bigler's newborn son,
Please direct your attention to the video boards for a special
6-month-old son,
announcement from the NSIC
Drake, was killed
Mustang
in an
basketball
accident
player
involving a
Nick
drunk
Smith.
driver. So definitely a good cause out here tonight,
The
and definitely
NCAA
something
SIC
that
encouraged
we all
promote
keep
good
near and dear
sportsmanship by student-athletes,
to our
coaches, and
hearts. So it's
spectators.
kind of a
We ask
special
that
night
you
tonight,
cheer
and the
for your
Mustangs
team and
looking
be
to
respectful of the opponent. As
to
Division
pull
II
out a
student
victory.
athletes
So
commit fair play,
at this point, we're going to
responsibility, and
step aside for the
respect.
national
Mark this
anthem.
for effort
We're going to
and
take a
deliver this
60-second break, but
goal.
when we come back, we will have the starting lineups and tip-off for this men's game. So stay tuned. We will be back in 60 seconds. You're watching Mustang basketball right here on KSSU TV.
Southwest Minnesota State will get you where you want to go. We're a university of 3,600 students with over 45 majors to choose from. Small student-to-faculty ratios let your professors get to know you. And with a grad placement rate over 95%, your degree will help you get a job in your chosen field. Becoming involved is easy. And with over $150 million in improvements the last 10 years, our facilities are state-of-the-art. Southwest Minnesota State University, where you belong.
When you start with Rotary, good things happen. Rotary is ordinary people working together to clean the environment, stop disease, and accomplish other extraordinary things. Learn more at Rotary.org.
So a beautiful rendition of the national anthem by the Prairie Arts Chorale there, kind of a little bit of an a cappella flavoring to it. Now let's get the game started with our starting lineups. First for Concordia St. Paul, starting at number 5 with Keith Crockett, a 6'2 guard, junior out of Washington, D.C. Number 10, Trayvon Mitchell, 6'4 guard, junior out of Flint, Michigan. Number 12, Cordell Smith, 6'4 guard, senior out of Nipawin, Wisconsin. Number 25, Perez Van Pelt, 6' guard, junior out of Osseo, Minnesota. And number 42, Mike Yonke, 6'7 center, a sophomore out of Delano, Minnesota. The Golden Bears are coached by Kelly Bowe in his 8th season, assisted by Brady Larson, Andrew Critterer, Ron Gates, and Josh Baker. Now let's send it over to Matt Callahan, who has the SMSU starting lineups.
6'5" senior forward out of Blaine, Minnesota, number 1, William Giddings. And 5'11" senior guard out of Eagan, Minnesota, number 2, Bernard Birch. And 6'7" forward redshirt freshman out of Worthington, Minnesota, number 5, Mitch Wegg. And redshirt freshman, 6'5" forward out of Shakopee, Minnesota. Number 24, Matt Zager. And 6'9" center, senior out of Johnston, Iowa, number 44, Nick Smith. The Mustangs are coached by Brad Bigler in his 5th season. Assistant coaches are Chad Welk, James Wallace, Tremel Barnes, and Jeff Hansen.
All right, thank you, Matt. Tonight's officials, referee John Yorkovich out of Maplewood, Minnesota. Helping him out is Keswick Joyner out of Woodbury, Minnesota, and Chris Olson out of New Prague, Minnesota. So those are your starting lineups, the coaches and the officials for tonight's game. As the PA announcer finishes up his starting lineup.
From Shakopee, Minnesota, number 24,
Concordia St. Paul Golden Bears squad already out there ready to get this game started.
Johnston, Iowa, number 44, Nick Smith. Head coach of the Mustangs in his 5th season is Brad Bigler.
And as we learned today, Matt, talking about the SMSU roster, there'll be a few injuries for the Mustangs tonight. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the injury troubles for the Mustangs?
Well, today we're going to be missing 2 very good role players off the bench. Drew Osmondson is out of this game. Coach Bigler told us this a little bit before today at about 10:30, and then later we just found out Travis Minders was a game-time decision. He is out of this game tonight, so no Drew Osmondson and no Travis Minders tonight. But Bernard Birch and Sean Condon are going to look to take on that starting point guard position, because both are point guards and shooting guards as well.
So it might be a little challenging as far as depth is concerned for the Mustangs, but again, the Mustangs come in at 16-10. But we'll see how well they play against a lesser competition. Like we said, they got upset by the University of Mary last weekend, the team that's near the bottom of the standings. So can't really take any team lightly, especially a rivalry game like this, especially near the end of the season, when pretty much anything can happen, Matt, as the Mustangs get the first tip.
Speaking of rivalry game, Coach Chad Welk is taking this as a rivalry game, since he has coached for Concordia and knows the head coach Kelly Bowe pretty well. So he's looking to see if his Mustangs can come out with the win here at the RA facility.
Mustangs were able to convert on that possession. Now a pass out to Van Pelt. Now over to Crockett. Now inside, the shot, no good for Cordell Smith. And Birch bringing it back up for the Mustangs. And Giddings with the ball. Now gets it to Smith. Smith trying to work inside. Loses it, but gets it back. Puts up the hook, and it's good. And the Mustangs draw first blood with a 2-0 lead. Trayvon Mitchell with the ball. And a nice pass that gets stolen away by Bernard Birch. And Birch now driving, making some nice moves, but the ball gets knocked away, and a loose ball now, and it's Van Pelt who comes up with it. And now it's Mitchell with the ball. But the Mustangs able to recover, but it's Cordell Smith open for the 3. That's no good. Rebound by Zager. And the Mustangs got lucky leaving Smith that wide open. Now it's Zager putting up a 3, and that's good. Matt Zager with a 3. And Matt, we kind of talked about the recent struggles, at least for home games, for the Mustangs shooting 3s, but they made their first attempt there.
Yeah, it's definitely a good start, something they really want to improve on here, Michael. They were pretty low in the NSIC for shooting three-point shots, so now the Mustangs are looking here to really cash in on the 3s.
Crockett inside to Yankee, and a foul going to be called on Weg. Weg not happy there. Didn't look like much contact, but apparently the ref thought it was enough to warrant a foul.
Mustang foul number 5, Mitch Weg, his first
17 minutes, 58 seconds left here in the first half. The Mustangs with a 5-0 lead. Mike Yankee at the line. First free throw is good.
Mike Yankee at the line.
Mike Yankee averaging nearly 8 points per game. Only shoots 54% from the free throw line. But he makes both of those, and it's a 5-2 game. Mustangs with a 3-point lead. We see a good-sized crowd here in the RA facility tonight, even on a cold and kind of windy evening. As Giddings with the drive, he is shot no good, but Mitch Wegg with the board, and Wegg gets the basket to go in.
Great job by Mitch Wegg getting that offensive rebound. He's 10th in the conference with offensive rebounds with 2.05.
Now another three-pointer that's no good, but Smith there for the offensive rebound. And it's a 7-4 game, and one thing the Mustangs have struggled with is getting a body on somebody on those defensive rebounds and boxing out. Zager with the ball, now looking to drive. Nice pass, and Mitch Wegg with another basket. Now a 9-4 game. Mitch Wegg starting off on fire here tonight. Crockett over to Smith. Now to Van Pelt. Again, Van Pelt was held to only 2 points in these two teams' last meeting. Now it's Crockett, and he loses the ball. Giddings comes up with it. Two turnovers so far on the Golden Bears. None for the Mustangs. 16 and a half to play in the first half. Mustangs with the 9-4 lead. Birch kicks it out to Giddings. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Giddings now going to drive. Nice pass to Wegg. His shot blocked, though. Nice defense by the Golden Bears. I thought that was going to be a sure basket. As Yankee muscles in on the inside, he gets a basket on the other end, and it's a 9-6 game.
And Yankee is a post scorer, okay? You got to remember that. He leads the team in offensive rebounds, so got to make sure that you're keeping him in check as well for Concordia.
Zager over to Birch. Now to Wegg. Now the ball goes inside to Smith. Smith with a shot, no good, but he gets fouled. So Nick Smith will go to the line. That foul on Mike Yankee, his first personal, as we have a few subs right in front of us getting ready to check in. Nick Smith, one of 4 seniors on the Mustang roster. First free throw goes in. Cole Martin, Joey Bartlett, and Sean Condon coming in for the Mustangs. For the Golden Bears, Shea Mandley coming in. So it'll be interesting to see how Condon handles the point guard position, something that he hasn't not really had to do very often. As Smith makes both free throws to give the Mustangs an 11-6 lead. Crockett with the ball. And the shot, no good. Rebound by the Mustangs. Trayvon Mitchell struggling shooting so far. Now Cole Martin, nice pass. Now it's Zager with the ball. Zager trying to drive, kicks it back out to Cole Martin. Martin puts it up, and it's good. Cole Martin with the three-pointer.
Cole Martin, and that's a Southwest Palace.
After the Mustangs' recent struggles, SMSU starting out 2 for 2 from three-point range. And Trez Van Pelt, his struggles against the Mustangs continue, as he has yet to score here tonight, Matt.
Yeah, definitely. Van Pelt has been held in check. But the good thing right now is the Mustangs are making their threes. Remember, at the beginning of the games, they've been unsuccessful from three-point range, but now in this game, they're being very successful.
Van Pelt gets the basket, taking advantage of a Mustang turnover. And again, one thing that Coach Bigler said today, you don't want to make too many turnovers and keep Concordia in this game and give them any confidence. And there's a no-look pass. Another bad turnover. Better to make the simple pass than to try to be fancy and make a big mistake. And that will lead to the under 15 media timeout. With 14 minutes, 19 seconds left in the first half, the Mustangs with a 14-8 lead. We're going to take a 30-second break. Stay tuned. You're watching Mustang basketball right here on KSSU TV.
There are moments when you think about what defines you. Mine was the moment when the doctor said autism.
As a parent, you're expected to have all the answers. But when your child has autism, there are very few answers to be had.
Can you tell me what I'm doing is what I'm supposed to be doing? Because I don't know.
That's why thousands across the country have come together online to give researchers the insight that only families can provide. Join the Ian Project. We all have questions. Together, we'll find the answers.
Welcome back to the RA facility here on the campus of Southwest Minnesota State University in Marshall, Minnesota, where the Mustangs so far hold a 14-8 lead over Concordia St. Paul. And Matt, why don't you take a look at some early stats? So far, the Mustangs are looking pretty good for the most part.
Yeah, definitely, Michael. I mean, they're doing a great job from the field goal percentage as well. 5 of 9, 55%. And then 2 of 2 from three-point range. It's so nice to see the Mustangs here at home making their threes so far this game. I mean, they struggled a little bit last time they were at home here, but now it looks like they've they're shooting with more confidence, it seems like right now, Michael. And now they got a pretty good lead here. Just got to tighten up some defensively. They've been keeping Concordia in check. 3 of 8, 37% from the field. So look for the Mustangs to be solid defensively here.
Crockett with the ball. Gets it to Manley. Manley trying to make a move on the post. His shot rolls out. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Golden Bears. 13:54 left here in the first half. As the Mustangs, their final homestand of the regular season, and we learned today that for sure they will be hosting their first game of the conference tournament on Wednesday. It's just still yet to be decided on who they will be playing. And Bartlett over to Condon, now to Martin. The Mustangs seem to be not in too much of a hurry. Now it's Birch with the ball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bernard Birch pulls up for the shot. That one short. Now it's Crockett bringing it up for the Golden Bears. Van Pelt over to Smith. And a traveling violation on Smith. So the third turnover of the game for the Golden Bears.
In number 1, Will Giddings.
Mitch Wegg coming back in for the Mustangs as well as Will Giddings. Matt Zager coming in as well. So the Mustangs got 4 out of their original starting 5 in there. Joey Bartlett in as well. But Joey Bartlett and Mitch Wegg have kind of been interchangeable in that one of those starting forward spots. But tonight it was Wegg who got the start. Bartlett with the ball now. A dangerous skip past to Zager and another bad turnover by the Mustangs. As we thought that ball was going to sail over Zager and come our way. But, you got to make those passes. And like we just mentioned before that last media timeout, better to make the simple pass than try to make a fancy one.
Yeah, definitely. You got to make those simple passes. Just got to tighten up on there. The Mustangs should be fine if they just make the right passes here.
And Joey Bartlett will be called for the foul after he kind of reaches around.
Mustang foul number 15, Joey Bartlett, his first personal foul.
The second personal foul on the Mustangs. So Therese Van Pelt going to try to inbound it for Concordia. The ball goes out to Mitchell. Now back to Van Pelt. Van Pelt thought about taking a really deep 3 there for a second. But now it's Van Pelt. He pulls up for the shot. No good. And again, Van Pelt struggling. Only with 2 points tonight. Bartlett now driving. The shot a little high. But Wegg with the offensive board kicks it back out to Giddings. Giddings puts it up. That one's no good. Bartlett with the offensive board puts it up, and it's good.
Joey Bartlett.
So the Mustangs had trouble knocking some shots down at first, but then they finally get to knock it in.
Great job by Joey Bartlett getting that offensive rebound too. Putting it up strong. I mean, after that Will Giddings miss, he got up there and got the nice rebound.
And a foul on Shea Manley as he makes the shot. Foul on Mitch Wegg.
Foul number 5, Mitch Wegg, his second personal
And Mitch
foul.
Wegg already has 2 personal fouls
Shea Manley.
A little more than 8 minutes into the game, so Mitch Wegg has to be careful here. Again, the Mustangs don't have a whole lot of depth.
Checking in for the Mustangs, number 44, Nick Smith.
Nick Smith coming in for Wegg. And Shea Manley at the line. Sophomore out of Eagan, Minnesota. It's a 16-10 ball game. And Manley makes it 16-11. Birch bringing it up for the Mustangs. Now Smith to Zager. Back over to Birch. Birch making a nice move, trying to drive in, and wow, what a move.
Birch.
Bernard Birch, I mean, he's put together quite the individual highlight reel for himself this season, Matt.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he can dish the assists as well, Michael. And as we see, he finishes when he gets to the end of the basket, and we've just seen him do that constantly. And I mean, he's one heck of a player, and he will be missed next year.
Manley with the ball, coming up on 10 seconds on the shot clock. Now it's Van Pelt with the ball, looking to make something happen. Van Pelt pulls up for the three, and it's good. Van Pelt finally gets the shot to knock down. 18-14, the Mustangs with the lead. Van Pelt now with 5 points. That's something you got to watch out for. Van Pelt, one of the best scorers in the conference. Now it's Giddings, and a charging foul. And another turnover on the Mustangs. And again, Matt, can't really afford to keep a team like this in the game and give them some confidence.
Checking in for the Golden Bears.
As Chris Halverson coming in. Cordell Smith will be taking a breather. 10:51 left. The Mustangs with a 4-point lead here in the first half, and almost a turnover there for Concordia. Mitchell with the ball. Now Mitchell pulling up for the shot. That one's good. Trayvon Mitchell, his first basket. And the deficit down to 2, 18-16. SMSU with the lead. So the Mustangs have been kind of on a little bit of a drought as of late. And just like that, Bernard Birch careless with the ball. And I'm sure Coach Baylor can't really be happy with the way his team has been performing so far.
Yeah, it looks like they're on a little bit of a slump here, but Mustangs are trying to keep up the pressure here, but getting after them on the press. So watch for the Mustangs to try to commit a turnover and keep this Concordia offense off balance.
Van Pelt to Mitchell, and Mitchell driving. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Get a good one, get a good one.
And Mitchell back out to Van Pelt. Now 10 minutes left here in the first half. So far, the Golden Bears have kept it close.
Good skip.
Yankee over to Crockett.
Top.
Now Crockett getting a screen. Now it's Halverson going up, and the ball rolls in, and now we're all tied at 18. So the Mustangs really need to get a basket on this possession. Can't afford another turnover. As Bartlett puts up a three, that one's no good. After making their first 2 3-pointers, the Mustangs have missed their last 2. Now the Golden Bears have a chance to get their first lead. Crockett with the pass to Halverson. He lost the ball. Last touch by the Mustangs. And that will mean the under 10 media timeout. So 9 minutes and 9 seconds left. We're all tied at 18 here in the first half. We're going to take a 30-second break, but stay tuned. You're watching Mustang basketball right here on KSSU TV.
There are moments when you think about what defines you. Mine was the moment when the doctor said autism.
As a parent, you're expected to have all the answers. But when your child has autism, there are very few answers to be had.
Can you tell me what I'm doing is what I'm supposed to be doing? Because I don't know.
That's why thousands across the country have come together online to give researchers the insight that only families can provide. Join the Ian Project. We all have questions. Together, we'll find the answers.
Welcome back to the RI facility here on the campus of Southwest Minnesota State University, where the Mustangs and Concordia St. Paul tied at 18 right now with 9 minutes and 9 seconds left. And Matt, the Mustangs started out pretty good, but the last 2 minutes been nothing but sloppy basketball and some bad turnovers.
Yeah, a couple bad turnovers. Michael Bernard-Birch had one. 5 turnovers so far in the half right now. So the Mustangs really need to watch it, because if they start turning the ball over, then Concordia could easily take advantage of that and get some points on the board. Because Concordia started off a little slow. They were about shooting 30%. Now they're up to 46%, so that they are shooting the ball very well. So the Mustangs need to get back quickly on defense if they turn it over and try to lock down on defense. And they missed two wide open threes there on those last 2 possessions. So the Mustangs have to, again, shoot with confidence.
Golden Bears with a chance to get their first lead of the game. Van Pelt out to Yankee, now to Crockett. Now Yankee gets the ball back. Now Clay Olstad. Now Van Pelt has to go up for the shot, and it's way short. And that'll mean a shot clock violation. So the game stays tied at 18. Condon bringing the ball up for the Mustangs. Zagger over to Weg, now to Giddings. Giddings to Condon. Mustangs haven't really been able to get something to develop, but just like that, Condon hits a mid-range jumper, and the Mustangs regain the lead, 20-18.
Sean Condon, he's got that touch when he's shooting from that range. I mean, he's been lethal when it's been shooting those jump shots wide open.
Olstad puts up a 3. That one's way too far and knocked out of bounds. Last touch. Oh boy, I thought it was last touch by the Golden Bears, but the referees say last touch by the Mustangs. Cole Martin, Bernard Birch coming back in for the Mustangs. Perez Van Pelt going to be inbounding it for Concordia. Throws it out to Yankee. Now Crockett pulling up for the shot. That one no good. Knocked out of bounds, and that time it was last touch by the Golden Bears. So the Mustangs with a chance to increase on their lead. Less than 8 minutes left to play here in the first half. Bernard Birch looking for an open teammate. Gets it to Weg, and now over to Condon. Ball goes back to Weg. Condon over to Birch. Birch, nice pass to Condon. Condon puts it up, and it's good. Condon with the three-pointer.
And that's a Southwest balance.
And the Mustangs lead back up to 5, 23-18. The Van Pelt to Crockett. Crockett with the 3. That one rolls in. So the Golden Bears answer back. The lead back down to 2 for the Mustangs. Now Condon driving, and a foul called. As Condon took a little tumble there. Foul called on Clay Olstad.
Golden Bear foul on number 2, Clay Olstad.
Only the second personal foul, or the second team foul by the Golden Bears.
Sean Condon at the line.
And Sean Condon going to be at the line.
Checking in for the Golden Bears, number 10, Trayvon Mitchell, and number 12, Cordell Smith.
Trayvon Mitchell and Cordell Smith coming back from Concordia St. Paul. Joey Bartlett coming back in for the Mustangs.
And Sean Condon with, hopefully he'll get 7 points here for the Mustangs. And, well, I mean, 6 is good so far. I mean, he hit a nice 3 and drove the basket a couple times and got to the free throw line. Sean Condon, you're going to see a lot of Sean Condon tonight, a lot of Bernard Birch since Drew Osmondson and Travis Minders are out of this game. So get ready to see a lot of them.
Smith inside of Yankee now. He kicks it back out. Now it's Mitchell with the ball. And a foul called on Joey Bartlett. Didn't look like there was much of a foul to call there. That's Joey Bartlett's second personal foul.
Fifth team foul of the half.
The Mustangs with a 24-21 lead. 6:45 left in the first half. Van Pelt over to Mitchell. Mitchell with the three. That's good, and once again it is a tie ball game. And again, the Mustangs, they keep allowing Concordia St. Paul to stay in this game. And Martin again, almost another careless turnover by the Mustangs. As Condon with trouble handling the ball. Now Cole Martin with a three, and it's good.
Pointer by Cole Martin, and that's a Southwest Palace three-point field goal.
Cole Martin with his second three-pointer of the night. Let's see if the Mustangs can get a stop. SMSU with a 27-24 lead, coming up on 6 minutes to play.
And again, you're going to see a lot of Cole Martin too, since Osmondson and Minders are out. Cole Martin was going to get a lot of playing time, as Coach Bigler told us before this game here today.
The ball went out of bounds. Last touch by the Golden Bears. The Mustangs get the ball back. 5:55 left here in the first half. The Mustangs, their largest lead has been 8, but right now they're only up 3. There's Birch driving. Another nice layup by Bernard Birch. And that's the second time he's done that tonight. He has 4 points on the game. Back up to a 5-point lead for SMSU. A nice pass that's tipped away. Now it's Van Pelt over to Crockett. Now Cordell Smith looking inside to Yonke. Yonke has to kick it back out. Van Pelt to Crockett. 7 seconds on the shot clock. And Crockett driving, puts it up, no good. And Mitch Wade with the rebound, but he throws it away. What a dumb pass. And it leads to a basket. A bad pass by Mitch Wade. I don't know what he was thinking there.
Remember, not interceptions to touchdowns. Again, you can't turn over the ball because sometimes it could take it for a pick six.
Another turnover that cost the Mustangs some points. 8 points off turnovers for the Golden Bears. Mustangs haven't gotten any points off of Concordia St. Paul turnovers. It shows how important, as you just said, Matt, those turnovers can be.
Timeout on the floor.
And that brings us to the under 5 media timeout. 4:43 left to go in the first half. The Mustangs with a 3-point lead. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching Mustang basketball right here on KSSU TV.
Does retirement have to wait until my 70s?
Is a great college for our kids?
Out of the question?
Is the American dream
Out of our reach?
Not if we can help it. We're the National Endowment for Financial Education, a non-profit organization dedicated to helping people just like you get smart about their money. Log on to smartaboutmoney.org today and start taking control of your financial life.
Welcome back to the RA facility here in Marshall, Minnesota. The Mustangs with a slim 29-26 lead over Concordia St. Paul with 4 minutes 43 seconds left in the first half. The Mustangs came in with a record of 16-10 overall, 13-7 in conference play.
The winner
Concordia
is
St. Paul with a record of 8-16 overall, 5-15 in conference play. This match on paper, like we said, Matt, the Mustangs struggled last weekend against lesser competition, losing to the University of Mary and then barely defeating Minot State, 2 teams that are that honestly shouldn't be up to the caliber of the Mustangs, but something that's plagued at SMSU all season has been inconsistency, and so far tonight they've shown signs of that as well.
Yeah, a little bit of inconsistency, but they're shooting the ball well. Defensively, they could tighten up a little bit. There are some shots that, Concordia made, and they had about 12 points in the paint in there, and the Mustangs got to box out, make sure they're getting their rebounds. And shooting the ball, they've been shooting the ball well. I just think a little bit defensively they could tighten up, Michael, but they can easily do that. And again, like you said, Concordia is not up there in the standings with being 18-6 overall, and the Mustangs just got to make sure that they're beating the teams that they need to in this conference, because what can happen is if you lose to those types of teams, and then, if you're inconsistent, then you don't know what's going to happen in the tournament. You want to try and stay consistent throughout the season and beat the teams that you need to, and hopefully they can get out with the lead here, because they're shooting the ball well, lock up defensively, they should be set.
Right now, the referees are taking this media timeout to review something. I don't know what they're reviewing, but the Mustangs, like we mentioned, have a 29-26 lead, and a decent turnout tonight here at the RA facility. Again, kind of a busy night here at SMSU. The basketball games tonight, and of course, this whole week has been the SMSU Theater production of Dead Man's Cell Phone. Another performance tonight. I know we were both at Wednesday's performance. It was a pretty good show, so I'm sure a lot of students and parents over at the theater watching that production as well. So kind of a busy night. A lot of people making their way to the campus here for some entertainment, which is always nice to see.
Yeah, definitely always nice to see. I mean, the theater production, I thought it was pretty good. I'd give it a 4 out of 5, I'd say.
Yeah. Ebert and Roper right here, bringing you SMSU basketball. As Cole Martin gets ready to inbound the ball, they got whatever they were looking at figured out, and so play about to resume. As Cole Martin gets it into Bernard Birch. Now Martin over to Zager. Again, the Mustangs need to find a way to get this game blown open somehow, as they've allowed the Golden Bears to stay in this game. And Nick Smith tips back in his own miss. Smith now with 6 points on the game. And back up to a 5-point lead for the Mustangs, as now they're putting a little pressure on Concordia.
Perez, pull it out. Top 4. Hey, top 4, Coy. Top 4, Coy. Top 4.
Perez with the ball. Coming up on 4 minutes to play here in the half. A dangerous pass there. And Manley with the ball and a foul called. I believe that was Zager, as he took a little bit of a tumble.
Mustang foul number 24.
And that's Zager's first personal foul. 16 fouls on the Mustangs. Van Pelt now looking for an open teammate. A pass to Manley. Manley has to kick it back out to Crockett. Smith over to Van Pelt. Now it's Mitchell who puts it up, and it's good. Back down to a 2-point deficit, as the Mustangs keep allowing the Golden Bears to stay in this game. Birch over to Zager. Zager to Martin. Martin puts it up. No good. Rebound by Cordell Smith. And the Golden Bears have another chance to tie this game. Crockett over to Smith. Now to Mitchell. Mitchell puts up another three. That one no good. Rebound by Giddings. And Birch with the ball. Birch to Zager. Zager almost gets the ball stolen from him. Now it's Cole Martin. Cole Martin left open for a deep two, and he nails it. Cole Martin now with 8 points on the night, and a 4-point lead for the Mustangs. 2:43 left in the first half.
Great shot by Cole Martin, getting some space to get that jump shot off. I mean, Cole Martin's been on fire tonight. He's got 8 points off.
Now it's Perez. Van Pelt with the ball. Van Pelt with 7 points on the game so far. And Van Pelt takes a deep two, and he nails that. Can't give him that much room. He's going to burn you more often than not. As the Mustang defense, which has struggled in many games that we've seen so far this season. Now Zager threw it away. And another careless turnover by the Mustangs. SMSU with 7 turnovers on the game. Concordia St. Paul only with 3. And again, we talked about Concordia 8 points off turnovers to SMSU 0. That certainly makes a difference, and you can't afford to have that when you're playing a lesser team.
Yeah, definitely, Michael. And the Mustangs are just a little off on their passes. I mean, if they just adjusted it and paid a little bit more attention, they'd get it right to Nick Smith. Nick Smith just barely missed that.
Van Pelt to Crockett. Now Crockett puts up a shot, and that one rolls out. Giddings with the board. Now Giddings over to Birch. Now back to Giddings. Giddings puts it up. No good. Rebound by Manley. The Mustangs now 4 of 8 from 3-point shots. Now Manley gets it on the inside. Puts it up, and it's good. And once again, we have a tie ball game at 33. 70 seconds left to play. And Coach Bigler wants a timeout.
Take a 30-second timeout.
They're going to take a 30-second timeout, but yeah, like Coach Bigler talked about today, Mustangs can't afford to let Concordia stay in this game and give them confidence.
Yeah, definitely, Michael. And again, this is a jump shooting team, and they're hitting their shots right now. I mean, they're 44%, pretty close to what the usual average is for a team that wants to be, a little bit over 45%. But the Mustangs, again, like you said, Michael, points off turnovers. They've got 8 points off turnovers on the Mustangs, and the Mustangs have 7 turnovers right now. They want to limit that because that can hurt you. And if they just made those passes to the right guys, I mean, the Mustangs could be up a little bit more by now. But with those passes, now they're tied. But the Mustangs definitely can get back in this. I mean, they've been shooting the ball well with the 54% and 50% from the three-point range.
Remaining in the half.
Sager kicks it out to Giddings. Giddings thought about taking the 3. Now he drives. Shot no good. And it's Mitchell with the ball. He's pushing it up the court. Mitchell drop step for the 3. And I think he should have slowed that down. That was definitely too quick of a shot. Too forced. I'm sure Coach Kelly Bowe not really happy with that shot decision. And a foul on the inside away from the ball on Cordell Smith. That'll be his first personal.
Cordell Smith, his first personal foul, 4th team foul of the half.
And so that will turn the shot clock off. The Mustangs can hold for the last shot. Exactly 35 seconds to play. Smith to Condon. Now to Zager. Birch out slightly in front of the half-court line, just going to use some time off that clock. Now the pass goes to Condon. And a foul. Another foul on the Golden Bears, so 5.4 seconds left. That foul was called on Shea Manley, his first personal.
Foul, 15th foul of the half.
So the Mustangs have 5.5 seconds to get a shot off. Will Giddings is going to be the one to inbound it. Pass goes into Bernard Birch. He's got to hurry up in a holding foul on Therese Van Pelt.
Number 25,
that'll be his first personal.
Foul, 16th foul of the half.
And so now the Mustangs only have 2.8 seconds to work with to get a shot off. And that might have been a good decision by Van Pelt, because now the Mustangs are back to even farther back as Nick Smith misses that 3-point attempt. And so that's how we're going to end the first half. We're all tied at 33. The Mustangs allowing Concordia to stay in this game. Too many mistakes and turnovers and missed opportunities by the Mustangs. But we're going to take a little bit of a break, and when we come back, we'll wrap up with first half stats, and we'll bring you second half action. Stay tuned. You're watching Mustang basketball right here on KSSU TV.
Ladies, are you talking to your partners?
About HIV.
2 out of every 3 new HIV/AIDS cases in women are among black women.
Get informed, get tested. Early detection can save your life. If you test positive, seek treatment from a doctor.
Join the campaign to end Black AIDS, a partnership between Abbott and the Magic Johnson Foundation. Go to WeStandWithMagic.com, get resources, and become a member.
And join today, and thank you.
Southwest Minnesota State University, where private school atmosphere meets public school cost. Programs like culinology, agronomy, and environmental science set the standard nationwide, where grad placement rates are over 97%. And the school invests in you, putting over $80 million back into the university. Southwest Minnesota State University, where you belong.
to the RA facility here in Marshall, Minnesota, where the Mustangs and the Concordia St. Paul Golden Bears are tied at 33 at halftime. Michael Sterling here with Matt Callahan and Matt. I mean, it was a decent first half for the Mustangs, but like we said, they keep allowing Concordia St. Paul to stay in the game. A team that, on paper, the Mustangs should be able to beat, but they just haven't been able to pull away in the first half, even though they had a few chances.
Yeah, numbers can be deceiving, Michael. I mean, sometimes when you got a team like Concordia St. Paul who likes to shoot jump shots, sometimes they're going to fall. I mean, they're shooting a nice 43% so far. I mean, they'd like to get that up, but the Mustangs, I mean, offensively, they've been pretty solid. It's just the turnovers a little bit, and the points off turnovers. Coach Bigler couldn't stress this enough when he was talking to us today, Michael, and he said, we got to make sure we don't turn over the ball, because usually, he used football terms, he says, interceptions turn to touchdowns, like we said. So they got to watch it on the turnovers, because this Concordia team can get points off turnovers in a hurry, as we've seen. So Mustangs have been shooting the ball fairly well from three-point range, 44%. They want to up that percentage as well, because they've struggled at home shooting the three. So look for the Mustangs to make a little bit of more adjustments defensively and a little bit offensively as well.
Absolutely, and like we mentioned, the Mustangs have had trouble with consistency, not just this year, but the past few years, losing games that they shouldn't. And the sign of a great team is that they're able to go out there and take care of business and not play down to competition. Whereas so far, it seems like the Mustangs have kind of played down to Concordia's level tonight. But we'll see what kind of adjustments were made during halftime, and hopefully the Mustangs will be able to come out here with maybe a little bit better game plan, and they'll be able to pull away here in the second half. But we're just going to have to wait and see what happens here on the court. Again, a decent turnout tonight. A lot of people here in the RA facility. A lot of other events happening on campus as well. One of the spring theater productions going on as well, so I'm sure a lot of people went to see that this evening. Cordell Smith with the ball, now over to Crockett. Golden Bears trying to get it inside, but now Van Pelt gets the ball back out. Now it's to Mitchell. Mitchell puts up a deep shot. That one's no good. And it'll go out of bounds. Concordia coach is looking for a hold, as Bernard Birch was pretty much boxing a player out to try to keep him from saving it. So the Mustangs with a chance to regain another lead. The Golden Bears have never led in this game. It's been, the leads have been all belong to the Mustangs.
See the ball! See the ball!
Wag over to Giddings. Giddings with a drive, puts it up, and it's good, and the foul.
Off the basket by Will Giddings.
Will Giddings with his first basket of the game.
Number 42, Mike Yonke, his second personal foul.
Mike Yonke's second personal foul.
Giddings at the line, shooting one.
So Will Giddings at the line. And the free throw is no good. SMSU only 3 of 5 from the free throw line tonight. Van Pelt with the ball. Now he's driving. Shot no good. But a rebound by Yonke. And Giddings ends up with the ball. Now a foul called. And it's going to be a foul on Matt Zager.
The second personal foul, first team foul of the half.
They can't give a team second chances. Mustangs once again fail to box out. Crockett with a pass to Yonke. Yonke trying to work inside. The shot good. And again, that's what happens when you can't get the rebound on defense. More often than not, the other team's going to hurt you, Matt.
Yeah, definitely. And remember, Yonke's a low post scorer, so he can make the shots down there. Just got to make sure that you're contesting every shot. Nick Smith kind of got it, but Yonke got some space, so Smith couldn't get it in his reach.
Zager with the basket on the other end, and the Mustangs regain the lead. 18:25 left to go in the game. The Yankee once again working on the inside. Kicks it back out to Mitchell. Now it's Mitchell driving. He puts it up, rolls out. And this time it's Smith who comes up with the board for the Mustangs. And now Birch, nice pass to Weg. The ball knocked out of bounds, last touch by the Golden Bears. So Matt Zager going to be the one to inbound it for the Mustangs.
It's a ball screen! Ball screen!
Gets it into
ball
Birch.
Screen, get off!
Birch pulls up with a shot, and it rolls out. With the ball knocked around, knocked out of bounds. And a foul going to be called on Giddings. That's Giddings' second personal foul.
The second personal foul, second team foul.
And again, another situation where the Mustangs can't take advantage. It's Trayvon Mitchell with the ball. Crockett to Mitchell. Now to Van Pelt. Van Pelt putting up a three, and it's good. They're leaving him too much space. He's going to hurt you. Got to get out on defense. Oh, and another dumb turnover by the Mustangs. Oh, boy. You have to be ready to play, even if it's against a sub-500 team. There's no excuse for not being prepared. And the Mustangs really lacking that killer instinct.
Got to play smart. You just got to play smart in those kind of situations, Michael.
Van Pelt with the ball. There's a turnover. Bernard Birch taking it. He's going up the basket.
Basket by Bernard Birch.
And that's more like it. That's what we need to see.
Golden Bear foul on number 10, Trayvon Mitchell.
And Trayvon Mitchell gets called for the foul, his second personal.
Second personal foul. Second team foul of the half. Birch at the line, shooting one.
Bernard Birch with 6 points now. The free throw is good, so the Mustangs regain the lead with a 2-point lead, 40-38.
The Mustangs take a 30-second timeout.
A 30-second timeout. With 17 minutes and 11 seconds left here in the second half.
Hey, basketball fans, it's time for
and right now we're going to, as the first timeout becomes a full timeout, we're going to take a 30-second break.
17 players scored 1,000 points.
With 17 minutes and 11 seconds left. The Mustangs with a 2-point lead. We're going to take a 30-second break. Stay tuned. You're watching Mustang basketball here on KSSU TV.
If you've had a stroke, the chances are good that you could have another one. But it doesn't have to happen. You could be a stroke smart star.
I'm eating healthy and I'm exercising again.
I'm keeping my blood pressure and cholesterol levels under control.
After 35 years, I quit smoking.
I always take my medicine.
If you take steps to improve your health, you'll greatly reduce your risk of another stroke. Talk to your doctor and go to stroke.org today.
I'm not going to have another stroke.
Welcome back to the RA facility where the Mustangs hold a 40-38 lead with 17 minutes and 11 seconds to play. And Matt, so far the Mustangs have kind of, their struggles have kind of continued early here in the second half, but they do have the lead. And but so far it's been a pretty evenly contested game.
Yeah, pretty much, Michael. You know, what do we see? Watch this game. You look at how the Mustangs have turned the ball over a little bit, making those costly mistakes. But then you just see them come back from it and then make a shot like that. Bernard Birch got a turnover and got it down the basket and made a nice shot at the end there. So, I mean, the Mustangs are capable of coming back from making, you know, a costly turnover. So, the Mustangs are a resilient team. So, watch for them to really press right here, right now, Michael.
And Van Pelt with the ball now over to Crockett. As the Mustangs kind of back off on that pressure, going with a full court man. And Smith gets it inside to Yankee. Shot good and the foul. Man, another questionable play. I mean, if you're going to foul, you got to make sure he doesn't make that shot. Otherwise, you're giving him an opportunity for an extra point there. That free throw no good. So we stay tied at 40 with 16:52 left. Now Birch kicks it out to Giddings. Giddings puts up a shot, no good. Wegg with the rebound. Back over to Giddings. Now Giddings with a nice pass to Smith for the block shot. But I believe they're going to call a foul.
Golden Bear foul on number 42, Mike Yankee.
Foul on Mike Yankee, his third personal. Man, again, it looked like another sure basket, but from out of nowhere, a blocked shot. But the foul was called on the shot. But boy, you got to make those free throws. Mustangs now shooting 57% from the free throw line. Free throws are one of those shots like layups that you should never miss. Smith salvages that possession by making the last one, so a slim 1-point lead for the Mustangs, 41-40, 16 and a half to play. Crockett passes inside to Yankee, and Yankee, the basket goes in. I don't know how you lose a big guy like that on the inside, Matt, but somehow the Mustang defense once again falls asleep.
I think you might see the Mustangs double him a little bit since he's getting it down low. They got to make sure that he's not making it easy for him, because he's been making them down low.
And another turnover by the Mustangs to give the Golden Bears the ball back. Van Pelt with the ball. Now it's Smith over to Manley. Now it's Smith driving, puts it up, no good, rebound by Smith. Nick Smith, that is. And Condon with the ball for the Mustangs. Probably should have taken that shot there, he was pretty well open. Zager with the pass to Wegg. Wegg now going up, that shot rolls in. And the Mustangs regain the lead, 43-42. 15:26 left. But now it'd be nice to get a stop on defense. As we've seen at times, Matt, where the Mustangs have been able to keep scoring, but they have failed at times this season to make the stops they need. And Mitchell with the pass, and Manley loses the ball, and Giddings now with the ball, and Giddings gonna go for it. He misses it. Oh boy, that's another shot that you have to make. And another big mistake by the Mustangs. Now Cordell Smith left open, but he misses it. Giddings, nice hustle, stumbling on the other end to come all the way back for the rebound.
Hands up, stay, get up.
Wegg over to Zager.
Hands up.
Now Condon with the ball. Condon almost lost it. Has to kick it back out to Giddings. Giddings wide open, no good, but Nick Smith with the board, and he lost the ball. Another turnover, and now Van Pelt goes up with it. And Concordia gets the lead back. Too many dumb mistakes by the Mustangs. And it's really biting them in the butt here so far. And now Wegg left open, and it's stuck on the rim. Oh my goodness.
I've never seen that before.
That's been the kind of night it's been for the Mustangs so far. As it looks like
on the floor.
Shea Manley might
Hands
be
on your feet. It's time for the Taco Del Mar T-shirt toss.
a little
the NSIC
banged up.
basketball team will host the first round playoff
Oh
game.
man, I don't know how you don't put that ball in the basket there.
On Wednesday night, starting at 7 p.m.
Can't believe it stayed on the
An
basket there.
opponent will be determined tomorrow night.
I do believe that the Mustangs have the possession arrow, so they'll retain possession, I believe. But at the same time, that's another shot that you have to make. The Mustangs have shot decently tonight. They've shot 48%, but they just haven't been able to take advantage of some of those easier opportunities tonight, Matt.
Yeah, exactly. From three-point range as well, it's starting to become a problem again. But again, they need to shoot with confidence, you know, it's just shooting with confidence here. And the Mustangs, I mean, they got to keep Van Pelt in check, as well as Mike Yonke in check as well, because he's been getting some easy shots down low, and I think they might start to double him because it looks like he's becoming a little bit of a problem for the Mustangs. I mean, he's been shooting the ball really efficiently down low, so look for the Mustangs to double him up a little bit.
13:53 left. The Mustangs just breaking out of their huddle. And the referee has told them to reset the shot clock.
There have been offsetting technical fouls on number 10, Trayvon Mitchell of the Golden Bears, and number 44, Nick Smith of the Mustangs. It's the Golden Bears' fourth team foul of the half.
They just said it was
also the Mustangs' fourth
apparently offsetting technical fouls at Trayvon Mitchell and Nick Smith. So that's something that we certainly didn't expect. But yes, it's the Mustangs who keep possession. And Zager over to Bartlett.
Good, Coy, get up. Good.
The Mustangs trailing by one. In need of a basket right here. Nice pass to Weg. Weg loses the ball. And man, you've got to go up strong in those situations. And now Van Pelt with the basket. And the Mustangs trail by 3. Zager over to Martin.
Get off, see it! See it, heads up!
Now Zager gets the pass, he puts it up, no good.
Easy!
And Halverson comes up with the rebound. And boy, the Mustangs really hitting a slump here on offense, but they need to get something done. Van Pelt to Halverson, now back to Van Pelt. His shot blocked, and the Mustangs come up with it. And a foul on Van Pelt.
Number 25, Perez Van Pelt.
That's his second.
15 foul of the half. Checking in for the Mustangs, number 1, Will Giddings, 2, Bernard Birch, and
Will Giddings, Bernard Birch, and Nick Smith coming back in the game for the Mustangs. But Matt, it's like we said all game. You know, you leave a bad team in the game long enough, they're going to start to build that confidence. And right now, I'd say that momentum is somewhat in Concordia St. Paul's favor.
Yes, it definitely is. I mean, they're capitalizing on points off turnovers really well right now. I mean, they've got 9 second chance points too. They got to make sure that they're boxing out. And then Van Pelt is another guy that they got to keep in check. He's got 16 points now.
Coach Kelly Bowe upset with his defense, saying stop bailing them out. And that's exactly what they did there.
16 foul of the half.
16 fouls on the Golden Bears.
Smart Trey.
He's Giddings with the ball. He goes up with it. No good, but rebound by Birch.
Catch up.
Now Condon with a nice shot fake. No good. Oh my goodness, you got to be able to make those shots. But the ball goes out of bounds off the Golden Bears. So the Mustangs, boy, did they ever catch a break there. Timeout called.
The Golden Bears take a 30-second timeout. Other scores from the NSIC finals in women's action: St. Cloud State 86, Minnesota.
So the Golden Bears with a 46-43 lead.
Minot State 79, MSU Moorhead
with 12 minutes,
56,
19 seconds left here. Matt, we talked about the Mustangs' struggles last weekend against some two not so good teams, losing to the University of Mary and winning in the close game against Minot State. And they might want to be careful because they might be playing University of Mary again on Wednesday. And if they can't learn to take advantage of these games against lesser opponents, they might be finding themselves at home early to end the season here.
Yeah, exactly right, Michael. They need to get back on track here. Three-point range has been hurting them again. They started off really hot, now they're just kind of cooled down. Offensively, they just got to stop committing turnovers. They have 11 turnovers right now. They need to get it going here because Concordia St. Paul is hungry for a win here tonight.
Birch over to Zager. Now Birch again to Condon. Condon puts it up, and it's good! And it's about time as the Mustangs finally nail a big shot. And once again, we're tied, this time at 46. And that kind of woke the crowd up a little bit. And Mitchell now driving, going up with it. No good, but oh my goodness. Another failure to box out, but fortunately for the Mustangs, they get the ball. But too much falling asleep on the defensive end. You got to box out every single time. There's no excuse for not boxing out like that. And that's exactly the kind of plays that have hurt the Mustangs at times this season. Now Giddings left wide open for a three. No good. Go! Rebound by Halverson. Van Pelt to Halverson. Halverson goes up for it. No good, but a foul. And so Chris Halverson will go to the line.
Mustang foul number 44, Nick Smith, his third personal foul.
Nick Smith, his third personal.
Chris Halverson at the line, shooting two.
Excuse me, I believe that was his second personal. That first free throw, no good. 11 minutes, 14 seconds left. Tied at 46. At least for the moment. Halverson with 2 points on the night. And it'll stay at 2 after he goes 0 for 2 from the line. Those are 2 big misses by Chris Halverson. And the Mustangs have a chance to regain the lead. Birch putting up a shot, and it goes in. Bernard Birch with 9 points. And he had another big shot by number 2. And Matt, I would say it's kind of ironic that he's number 2 because all he seems to do is make big baskets for the Mustangs.
And finish as well. When he gets down low, he can hit the jump shot. He can hit down low as well to finish a layup. I mean, Bernard Birch is just a dynamic type player.
But once again, the Mustangs fail to get the box out. And Concordia St. Paul once again with a second chance. Now Van Pelt putting up a shot, no good. Condon with the board. Coach Bowe not happy with a no call there. Condon now driving, puts up a shot, it's good. John Condon with 11 points. Now in the game, a timeout called.
Full timeout.
A full timeout, maybe that's the spark that the Mustangs need. Well, we are gonna take a little bit of a break right now. 10 minutes, 11 seconds left. The Mustangs now at 4. We're gonna take a 30-second break. Stay tuned. You're watching Mustang basketball right here on KSSU TV.
How far would you go to help someone? Would you go to the end of your driveway? Would you cross a street? Would you cross an ocean? Would you go if you could use your knowledge to teach someone? And in the process, maybe learn something yourself. Life is calling. How far will you go? Peace Corps.
Welcome back to the RA facility here in Marshall, Minnesota, where the Mustangs hold a 50-46 lead after struggling here for a while in the second half. It finally seems that they finally gotten the momentum to swing back in their favor here, Matt.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Bernard Birch had a nice layup there on the last possession after that. The last possession, there was John Condon with a nice shot at the end, right? Nice kiss off the backboard into the hoop. I mean, the Mustangs are firing all cylinders offensively. Defensively, they've been pretty good. I mean, they've been forcing tough shots. Van Pelt had a tough shot. He airballed that one. And then Halverson misses 2 free throws. They've capitalized on Concordia's mistakes, and that's what they need to do to win this game.
Now, both teams have kind of struggled from the free throw line. Concordia shooting 50%, SMSU shooting 62%. So both teams with definitely some things to work on. Here with still 10 minutes to go in this game. And Crockett over to Yankee. Now back to Crockett. Now inside to Smith, who's left wide open. And a basket and a foul. And again, man, if you're going to foul him, make sure he misses that.
Mustang foul number 1, Will Giddings, his third
Smith
personal foul.
left wide open. And again, the Mustangs fall asleep on defense. And
please welcome to the
under
floor
10 media
the
timeout.
SMSU cheer
9
team.
minutes, 52 seconds left. We're going to take another quick 30-second break. Stay tuned. You're watching Mustang basketball right here on KSSU TV.
626,000 investors.
That's how many people SIPC has helped since 1970.
Over $15 billion.
That's how much SIPC has made it possible for investors to recover.
SIPC.
That's the Securities Investor Protection Corporation.
An investor's first line of defense in the unlikely event that a brokerage firm fails.
SIPC, for real people, like me.
And you.
Welcome back to the RA facility here in Marshall, Minnesota, where the Mustangs hold a 50-48 lead over Concordia St. Paul with 9 minutes, 52 seconds left. But right before the break, Matt, a big foul on the Mustangs. Now a chance for a free throw to bring it to within a point for the Golden Bears.
Yes, MSU.
Yeah, the Golden Bears, I mean, they're resilient as well. They don't look like a 8-16 team. They're 5-15 in the conference. But, I mean, this team is, capitalizing on SMSU mistakes as well. I mean, both teams are playing at are turn over the ball, and they're both converting on their turnover attempts here. So the Mustangs need to, lock down defensively, not commit a lot of fouls, and not turn over the ball.
Absolutely. Concordia with 12 points off turnovers as opposed to SMSU's 3. So Concordia St. Paul has really benefited from that statistic, as that free throw is good, and it's back down to a 1-point game. The Mustangs lead 50-49 with 9:48 left. Giddings with the ball for the Mustangs. Over to Cole Martin.
Rotate!
Smith back to Martin.
Stay there! Halt!
A dangerous skip pass.
Hand up! Hand up!
But Condon pulls it back out. Now Condon to Smith.
Shooter!
Smith back out to Condon. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Condon puts up a shot. No good. Weg with the rebound. Kicks it back out to Martin. And now the pass back to Condon. He's going to slow things down temporarily. As Giddings is over by Coach Bigler tying his shoe there.
Flat! Flat!
Now Condon pass to Martin. Martin gets on the inside. Nice pass to Weg and a basket. Nice ball movement by the Mustangs right there, Matt.
Yeah, definitely. Cole Martin drives down the basket. 2 guys follow him. And a nice pass to Mitch White to make the nice finish. White's got 8 points right now.
And it's back up to a 3-point lead for the Mustangs. As Yankee trying to work on the inside. Mitchell gets the pass. Now the ball goes back inside to Smith. Cordell Smith, his shot rolls out. But again, the Golden Bears with the loose ball. Now Mitchell with the 3, and it's good. And man, I don't know what it's going to take for the Mustangs to wake up and get after these balls. But they've allowed way too many second chance points here tonight.
Yep, with 12 second chance points, Mustangs got to rebound the ball. They've out-rebounded them. They just need to make sure that they're rebounding it consistently.
That was kind of an ugly shot by Cole Martin. And now the Golden Bears have a chance to regain the lead. Crockett out to Yankee, now back out. The Golden Bears moving the ball very well, and they regain the lead, 55-52. Now Coach Bigler calls the timeout.
The Mustangs take a 30-second
A 30-second timeout. And man, just too much inconsistency by the Mustangs. And it's really biting them in the behind right now.
Yeah, it really is, Michael. You got to look at it, and they got to rebound the ball. They got to box out. They got to come down with the ball. A lot of tipped. They had the ball. They had their hand on the basketball. It's just it keeps tipping off their hands. They need to come down strong with it and get back on offense. I mean, offensively, they've been all right. There was a bad miss by Cole Martin there. It's a rare miss because he's been pretty good from three tonight, and he's got 8 points on the night. So, I mean, the Mustangs just need to settle down here because now Trayvon Mitchell is hitting his threes. He's on those last two possessions, he hit 2 straight threes. So you got to make sure that you're contesting every shot with him because he's on fire right now.
Well, it's certainly gut check time for the Mustangs. You need this possession. You need to get some kind of points on the board.
Stay! Get up! Stay! Come on,
Birch with the ball.
Good, Therese. Good.
Birch with the shot, no good. And knocked out of bounds by the Golden Bears. And Coach Kelly Bowe upset, and I agree. I don't know what the heck Yankee was thinking, knocking that ball out of bounds.
Come on, let's go! Let's go! We're good!
Just a mental error this time by the Golden Bears.
Ball screen, get off! Ball screen, Trey!
Again, I always like to say this isn't volleyball. You can grab the thing. And a nice basket by Matt Zager. Taking advantage of that mental error by Mike Yankee. And it's back down to a 1-point game. Mitchell inside to Yankee. Now Yankee puts it up and it rolls in.
Mike Yankee.
Again, Mustangs, like we said, they can score, but they've had trouble getting stops on defense. Now Cole Martin putting up a 3, no good. And again, this second half, the Mustangs not getting the job done with their outside shooting.
Definitely, they're 5 of 17, 29%. It doesn't look, I mean, they just cooled off from 3. I mean, they need to make these threes in order to, I mean, win these games. I mean, there's been a couple close games where they haven't shot the 3 well.
That shot no good, but another offensive rebound. Oh my goodness. And another big mistake by the Mustangs. Now they find themselves down 5. Now Zager puts it up and it rolls in. And finally a break for the Mustangs.
Hey, run stacks again!
But now let's see a defensive stop, something that the Mustangs have really struggled with the last few minutes. Smith going up for the shot. And the Mustangs again not getting the job done on defense. And once again it cost them. And some subs coming in, Will Giddings and Nick Smith. The refs are over here by the scores table trying to get something figured out.
Mustang foul on number 15, Joey Bartlett, his 3rd personal
foul on Joey Bartlett, his 3rd personal.
Cordell Smith at the line, shooting one.
Cordell Smith at the line. He has 7 points on the game. Trying to give the Golden Bears a 6-point lead. That free throw up and good. 5:21 left. The Mustangs are in trouble. They can score, but they can't stop anybody. As Birch goes up for the shot, and it rolls in. And again, it's all well and good, but You got to make a stop on defense, and oh my goodness. And a foul called. That was a bad call.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I thought Vennard picked that clean, but well, again, questionable call. Mustangs just gotta, erase that from their memory and just, get back on defense.
Shooting 1-1.
Now it's Therese Van Pelt at the line. With 16 points already. Free throw up and good. Back up to a 5-point lead for the Golden Bears. And the second free throw is up and good as well. 64-58. Concordia with the lead with 5 minutes left. Zager driving to the basket, gets it in. Mustangs doing decent on offense, but they need to get stops.
Got to be good in all phases of the game. You got to get some stops on defense. I mean, they have 18 fouls, so now, Concordia is in the bonus, so they're going to be shooting at the line from now on.
Yankee with the shot, no good. And a defensive board finally by the Mustangs.
Timeout on the floor.
And the under 5 media timeout. 4 minutes 33 seconds left. Concordia with a 64-60 lead. We're going to take a 30-second break. Stay tuned. You're watching Mustang basketball right here on KSSU TV.
In today's economy, you want a degree from an affordable college that leads to a well-paying job. At Southwest Minnesota State University in Marshall, that's what you'll receive. In-state tuition for all. A private school feel at a public school price. Our grad placement rate is over 95%, and you'll attend one of the finest universities in the Midwest. A challenging yet nurturing academic environment and value for your academic dollar are what you will receive at Southwest Minnesota State, where you belong.
Welcome back to the RI facility here on the campus of Southwest Minnesota State University, where, needless to say, the Mustangs have some work to do. Down 4 with 4 minutes 33 seconds left, and that's we've seen a couple momentum swings, but at the moment it seems like Concordia St. Paul is the one with the momentum in their court.
Yeah, definitely. I think the Mustangs fouls have kind of hurt them, in this game here, because there are a couple. There was a questionable call, obviously, on Vennard Birch on that steal, which I think it was a steal, but it was obviously a foul. But again, so you look at it this way. It's just momentum swing after momentum swing. Concordia has the upper hand right now, but the Mustangs can really score at will. And again, it's at least 4 minutes left here in the game. The Mustangs can get back in this game. They're not down by much, only by 4 points. You got Mr. Sparkplug right here, Vennard Birch, that can get you back in this game at any time.
But the Mustangs, what they really need to do is they really need to be able to make those outside shots, because that's something that they've struggled with here in the second half. And Vennard Birch with a drive in the basket.
Cut the basket by Vennard Birch.
And Coach Kelly Bowe with a little bit of expert. As you said, Matt, the spark plug, Vennard Birch, the basket and the foul.
Birch at the line, shooting 1.
And this is a big free throw.
Vennard is a 70% free throw shooter. He obviously wants to up his percentage here.
That free throw no good, and that's a big miss. As Yankee gets the board. You got to make every single free throw, especially in a close game like this. But whether that comes back to bite the Mustangs remains to be seen. Mitchell over to Crockett. Yankee with the ball, now over to Van Pelt. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Van Pelt with the shot. It's up, no good. Rebound by Giddings. And boy, that was a big miss. And now the Mustangs have to take advantage. As Birch kicks it out to Condon. Condon puts it up, and it's good!
Three-pointer by Sean Condon.
Condon.
That's a Southwest Island 3-point field goal.
And finally, the Mustangs making a big play. They've been few and far between in this half. Oh boy, a big shot.
That'll get them going, huh, Michael?
Take a 30-second timeout.
And that's really brought the crowd back into this game. After being down by 6 just about a minute ago, the Mustangs really turned momentum around in a quick fashion. And boy, the Mustangs really need a victory here to salvage some momentum. I mean, you're going to be playing probably the best team in the NSIC in Minnesota State tomorrow night, and you don't want to go into that game with a deflating attitude after being beaten by one of your rivals, and especially your rival.
On your feet, Mustang fans!
Like we said, man, we got to have that killer instinct against struggling teams.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, it's so loud in here, I can barely hear you. But I mean, people are starting to now get into this game. The Mustangs need it. They need that energy, and they're trying to get out here with a win and get ready for Mankato State next. But they got to finish business here.
Absolutely. 3 minutes left. Still a lot can happen. Need to make some defensive stops. As Mitchell pulling up with the shot. That one's no good. Rebound by Smith. And another big stop by the Mustang defense.
Get a stop. Good look. Get a stop.
Birch over to Zager.
Get off. Help it.
Now Birch, and that's got to be a foul. And that call came in kind of late, but I guess better late than never.
Golden Bear foul number 25.
And Bernard Birch back to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Personal foul. 18 foul of the half.
But again, you got to make the free throws, otherwise it's just a wasted possession.
The Mustangs are 5 of 9 and 55% from the field. They've been usually good from free throw range.
And that free throw no good. Oh my goodness. Got to make them. And so a wasted possession there by the Mustangs. Still a 1-point lead for SMSU. Cordell Smith with the ball. Now Smith with the drive, going up with it. But the Golden Bears come up with the board. Man.
How about Nick Smith? Nice defense right there.
Van Pelt with the shot, and it's good.
3-pointer by Terrence Van Pelt.
And that's what happens when you don't get the defensive boards.
Get up, let's go, Mike!
The Mustangs falling asleep, and it costs them big time.
The Mustangs take a full timeout.
Full timeout by the Mustangs. A 67-65 lead by Concordia St. Paul. A minute 46 left here in the game. We're going to take a 30-second break. Stay tuned. You're watching Mustang basketball right here on KSSU TV.
Ladies, are you talking to your partners?
About HIV.
2 out of every 3 new HIV/AIDS cases in women are among black women.
Get informed. Get tested. Early detection can save your life. If you test positive, seek treatment from a doctor.
Join the campaign to end Black AIDS, a partnership between Abbott and the Magic Johnson Foundation. Go to WeStandWithMagic.com, get resources, and become a member.
And join today, and thank you.
Welcome back to the RA facility where the Mustangs find themselves down to 67-65 with a minute 46 left. And Matt, again, we saw right before the break another second chance opportunity that killed the Mustangs.
Yeah, definitely, Michael. I mean, it's just something happens good, and then something happens bad, and then something happens good for the Mustangs. It's just kind of a back and forth thing. I mean, it's for both teams as well. I mean, both teams are really fighting to get this win here tonight, and you look at it, and the Mustangs just need to box out, get those rebounds, and finish this game. They're down 2. There's enough time to get back in here. I mean, it's just been momentum swing after momentum swing.
Big possession here for sure for the Mustangs. A minute 45 left.
Up top,
Zager over to Condon. Now Giddings to Birch.
Push off!
Birch now puts it up, and it's good. Once again tied at 67. again, the Mustang defense needs to wake up for this possession. Crockett with the ball. Now with the drive, Crockett goes up. Nice shot block. And they're going to... And I don't know what the referee called.
Checking in for the Mustangs, number 5, Mitch
I don't know
Wegg.
if a foul was called or if they... I think they said that Smith stepped out of bounds with the ball. Or stepped on the baseline, or at least that would be my guess. I never saw an official signal from the ref.
I think they might review it here, Michael. I'm not sure. I mean, they're debating about it.
They're talking about the shot clock, but I don't believe I don't believe I saw the ball touch the rim because Smith got the block, so the clock shouldn't be reset. Van Pelt with the ball. This is a big defensive possession for the Mustangs. Van Pelt goes up for the shot. No good. Rebound by
1
Zager.
minute remaining.
And boy, was that a big miss.
Here we go. Gut check time, Michael. I mean,
Absolutely.
everybody's on the edge of their seat. The Mustangs are going to look for the right shot to take at the right time here. Take the lead.
Augustana, Minnesota Moorhead, Winona State. The Mustangs have had quite a few of these close games, or heart attack games, as I like to call them.
Get off! Get off!
Birch with the mid-range shot, no good for Wegg. Now Smith with the board. And now Coach
The Mustangs take a 30-second timeout.
And a 30-second timeout, 20.1 seconds left. Tied at 67. This is too much for one guy to handle. And nice hustle by the Mustangs to get after that and make sure that they're the one who gets the last opportunity for a basket.
Yep. They got it. I mean, now they can hold it for the last shot here, Michael. They just got to find the right shot and find somebody that can, end it here. There have been guys that have made it at the end there, like Nick Smith, Bernard Birch, and even Will Giddings with the winning 3 against Minot just last weekend. So there are shooters out there that can end this game right here and now. Just don't take any shots. Don't turn over the ball, and just be smart about the last shot here.
Absolutely. As the crowd getting into it, trying to will their Mustang team to a victory. Again, the Lady Mustangs lost earlier tonight, so you kind of want to see the Mustang teams go at least 1-1 tonight. Birch with the ball, 12 seconds left. Now Birch over the line, finds an opening!
Mr. Spark Plug himself, Bernard Birch, finishing it right there. There's still 2 seconds, but how clutch has he been, Michael? Holy Christ. Woo!
Man, you talk about a game changer. Bernard Birch, Augustana, Minnesota Moorhead, now possibly tonight. Bernard Birch has won quite a few games for the Mustangs this season. Oh boy, man. You talk about excitement. And now with 2.2 seconds left, still some time for a few dribbles and a decent look at a shot for Concordia St. Paul. And again, in the college game, even if you take a timeout, it doesn't advance to half court, which is good news for the Mustangs. You still got to go the full court in the college game.
But how about that crossover by Bernard Birch to get past him and finish at the basket? That's the one trait he has, finishing that layup.
And Coach Bo asking if he can run the sideline. Now another whistle being called.
Run the
Coach Kelly Blow telling Smith to run the baseline. Just watch out for that hoop. You don't want to have the embarrassment of chucking up a ball and it hitting the back of the hoop. Smith throwing up a prayer. Now Van Pelt. Now Mitchell. Oh, no good! And the Mustangs somehow, I don't know how they did it, but they survived a game that, in all honesty, they're lucky to win. I'll be the first one to say it. They were darn lucky to win this game tonight. But a win is definitely a win, and we'll take it as the Mustangs somehow survive with a 69-67 victory over a game Concordia St. Paul team. And boy, we need a minute to collect ourselves. And so we will come back. When we come back, we'll have stats, and hopefully we'll get a visit from assistant coach Chad Welk to talk about. It was an exciting game. Let's just put it that way. So we'll take a 60-second break, but we'll be back for the post game. You're watching Mustang basketball right here on KSSU TV.
American Hero.
I want to help people. I want to make a difference. I want to get things done. Could I be a hero?
She had to apply.
I should give this a try.
There she met people who shared her passion, people who wanted to make change, people who joined AmeriCorps. They cleaned beaches, they helped wildlife. Together they served, together they made a difference. Together they were heroes.
In AmeriCorps, you can be a hero too.
Join AmeriCorps.
Cans, water bottles, and clothes. These forms of aid cost more to ship than you think. Cash donations provide immediate and effective relief to those who need it, without the shipping costs. If we all do our part, together, we can provide help across the world. To learn more, check out CIDI.org.
Welcome back to the RA facility. I'm at a loss for words still. An exciting victory for SMSU, 69-67 against Concordia St. Paul in a game like we said before the last break that they were probably lucky to win. A game that the Mustangs were inconsistent, but they made the plays certainly when it mattered. Michael Sterling here with Matt Callahan, and Matt, it's words for games like this. Words can't really do it justice. You would have to have been here, and but we'll do our best. What are some of your thoughts about the game, and taking a look at some of the statistics on you? Tell the people watching what made a big difference here in the game.
Well, basically, you're seeing how resilient this team is. In close games, sometimes they've had trouble closing out. Sometimes they just have some way, somehow, they just end games on a great note. And some of the statistics I'd like to throw out here is, they shot well from the field. 29 of 56 from 51% field goal percentage, 6 of 18 from three-point field. That they got to work on that. But again, it's shooting with confidence, and that's what they want to do here tonight. And they did out-rebound Concordia St. Paul, even though they got some easy ones. They had some 17 second chance points and then 12 points off turnovers that really hurt the Mustangs. But what you saw from them tonight was resiliency, the resiliency to really win at the end under pressure. And how about Bernard Birch though, Michael? He had at least 17, he did have 17 points. That nasty crossover and that nice shot at the end, and a bunch of them. He just finishes when he gets to the basket. It's just amazing to watch him. He's hit a couple of game winners this year, and there it is, another game winner for Bernard Birch. He's been on so much for this SMSU team, as well as the other players as well. Good win, but now they got to get back out there and just take on one of the best teams in the NSIC, Minnesota State Mankato. It's going to be one heck of a matchup tomorrow.
Absolutely. Like I said earlier, it's only appropriate that Bernard Birch's number is number 2, because he's at some of the most important baskets for SMSU this season. And just a crazy game as a lot of the fans that are still here in celebration mode. And But like you said, as far as the players and coaches go, I'm sure it won't be too long of a celebration because they have a big game tomorrow night against a tough Minnesota State team. But if the Mustangs, if they can get their heads straight and play the way that we all know they're capable of, there's no reason why we can't expect a good chance of a victory tomorrow night against Minnesota State. Going in, I know just coming out of this game, but what are your early thoughts on tomorrow night's game?
Well, tomorrow night's game, you're going to be taking on a team that is just what Coach Bigler said, just beast. They are just one heck of a team. But here's the thing that they have to do. They got to make sure that they're rebounding well. They shoot at a high percentage. They get to the basket. But the Mustangs, I think, are accustomed to really defending them and making sure that they're held in check, because we've seen the Mustangs take on Winona State and beat them, and then we've seen them take on a team like Minnesota State has lost to Winona State twice. So SMSU is totally capable of winning that game. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here.
All right. So we have looks like we have Cole Martin. So we're gonna leave it with Matt and Cole to talk about how the game went.
Okay. And we're here with Cole Martin. Cole, great game tonight, man. It was a real team effort, and how important was it for you to? Drew Osmondson goes down, Travis Minders goes down, and Coach Bigler was telling us that you were going to come in and step up, and you did. You hit 2 threes in the first half there.
Yeah, thankfully we've been able to have a good week of practice, solid week. Drew's been out all week. Travis has been out recently. So I kind of knew that if I got the opportunity, I was going to have to step up and make a play, and thankfully tonight I was, but we had incredibly balanced scoring, incredible effort.
Yeah, definitely. Just the second half there. Just keeping your emotions in check. It was a momentum swing back and forth. How were you guys meant to keep your composure in those last few seconds there?
We grinded out all week. We play games for 5 minutes, hard, competitive to start practice. So teams know, or we know what it's like to be up 5, be down 5, and how quickly things can change. We saw that tonight. We saw leads come and go. So, as a team, we've been able to, we were just able to grind it out. It wasn't the prettiest win, but this late in the year, everybody's a little bit tired. You just got to find a way to get it done.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thanks, Cole, for coming. I wanted to keep it nice and short for you so you can get prepared for Mankato tomorrow. So, good game, Cole. Now we'll be joined by assistant coach Chad Welk here. And, Coach, like you said, against Winona State, this game definitely takes years off your life. Did this game take years off your life?
There's no question about it. This was a dogfight from the beginning, and our guys got it out and made plays when they needed to. We got to take that positive from it. They worked hard. They got stops when we needed to. They made offensive plays when we needed to. Thank God for Bernard Birch. Sean Condon and those guys making buckets. And Mitch Wegg got a huge tip. He didn't come up with that offensive rebound at the end of the game there, but he tipped it to Nick, and Nick got that board and kicked it out. That was a huge play for us.
Oh, yeah, huge play. And then, he had a couple of blocks down there as well.
Right.
Nick Smith,
yeah.
And then Bernard Birch on that nasty crossover at the end and,
yeah.
and the finish. How has he just been? I think of Bernard Birch as a spark plug for your team. Sometimes when you're down, when he gets in there and he drives to the basket and finishes, how important is that for him to just really step up in those big moments?
Being a senior point guard, we expect a lot out of him. We put a lot on his plate, and more often than not, he's really risen to the occasion. And tonight was no exception. He broke defenses down, scored when he needed to, made the right passes when he needed to. He kept those guys glued together a little bit. I think there was times that we cracked a little bit. Defensively, we kind of started looking at each other. We're looking for someone to kind of right the ship a little bit, and Bernard did a great job. Keeping everybody calm and talking through some of that stuff, which is great to see.
Yeah, definitely great to see. I wanted to keep it nice and short for you, Coach. So can't wait to see what happens next against a really good Minnesota State Mankato team.
Right. I hope we play better than we did tonight, but we're happy we come up with the win. You got to win ugly, right? Win the ugly ones. It's February. It doesn't matter how it came. We got it. So we're on. We roll.
Yeah, we're on a roll. So thank you for joining us, Coach, and we'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Thanks a lot. Take it easy.
All right, so we are here at the post-game show with Mike Sterling and Matt Callahan here, just going over the game. I mean, again, there's a lot of stuff going on. Thanks to Cole Martin and Chad Welk for coming on the post-game show. And Mike, I mean, it was one heck of a game, huh?
Absolutely. It was a really exciting game, and just another one for the history books, another one that we'll remember for a while. And so I want to get to wrapping it up. I know our camera people have been working pretty hard. Sure, they're getting pretty tired. So Matt did a good job calling the game tonight.
Yeah, you too, sir. Great job.
Boy, it was exciting. Looking forward to another exciting game tomorrow. Thank you for all the cameramen that got the nice shots. All the people in the production room did a fantastic job getting ready for another game tomorrow night. Tip-off at 5 for the women's game. Pre-game at 4:50. So we will see you guys on tomorrow night. So until the next time, go Mustangs. You've been watching Mustang basketball right here on KSSU TV.